Asbury. This is Amanda Poole, your Communications Director. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Dan Cullers, our Staff Parish Relations Committee Chair. Dan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My wife Erica and our girls Maggie and Mara started attending Asbury in the spring of 2015. We felt very welcomed by the pastors, the congregation, particularly the nursery staff when we first brought Mara in. She was about 1 year old then. And our girls have benefited greatly from the children's programs at Asbury, Sunday school, Bible school, children's church, the special events Mr. Kevin holds on Mondays when school is out. And I've been a member of both the Francis Asbury Sunday school class and the youngish adults, and I've learned a lot in both of those classes. And we've particularly enjoyed and grown through the quarterly mission events that Asbury holds, particularly the Rise Against Hunger. It's a good thing for the whole family to do, and a good way to meet the congregation through mission work. Outside of the church, I'm the Commissioner of the Revenue for Rockingham County. Erica is a teacher at Turner Ashby, and both of our girls go to John Wayland Elementary. In the context of the conversation we're having today, I joined the Staff Parish Relations Committee in January of 2019, and after a year of service there, I was asked to be chairman. So I took that role on in January of this year, and it's quite an eventful year to be doing that.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the Staff Parish Relations Committee and why it's especially important right now?
Well, the Staff Parish Relations Committee, we're responsible for dealing with any personnel and staff responsibilities and issues. We draw up job descriptions, coordinate hiring processes. We do annual pastor evaluations. We check in with the staff members to see what their concerns are. And any concerns that the congregation has with any of the staff responsibilities, we address those too. And we do an annual appointment and reappointment of pastors, usually in December and January. And with both pastors leaving at the end of this term, our role just got a lot bigger this year.
So why doesn't Asbury just interview and hire pastors like so many other churches?
Well, in the Methodist Church, pastors are not selected or chosen by the congregation or a committee formed by the congregation. They are sent by the cabinet, sent by the bishop in consultation with the cabinet. I'm going to read something really briefly here. John Wesley wrote in 1756 that we have found by long and consistent experience that a frequent exchange of preachers is best. This preacher has one talent, that another. No one whom I yet ever knew has all the talents which are needed for beginning, continuing, and perfecting the work of grace in the whole congregation. So there's a long tradition in the Methodist Church of itinerant pastors. In the early days, the pastors rode on circuit. They might have a number of churches in a region, and so they would go from church to church sharing their gifts and graces. Actually, Francis Asbury, our namesake, started out as an itinerant preacher. And so the ultimate goal in this appointment process is to match as much as possible the gifts and graces of a particular pastor with the ministry and mission needs of the subject church, in this case, Asbury.
Great. Can you give us an idea of the timeline of when the new pastors will be selected and when that will be announced to the congregation?
Well, SPRC just recently sent a number of documents to the bishop and the cabinet and the district superintendent. There was a church profile and a community profile and an executive summary, and the purpose of those was to try to draw a picture of who our church is, what we're trying to do, and the community that we're doing them in. Really to help the bishop and the cabinet prayerfully discern which pastors have the gifts to lead Asbury into the future. And they're currently in the process of making this determination regarding the senior pastor. The staff parish committee will be notified when there is a projected appointment. I expect that in the next week or two. I don't have an exact timeline, but they said it would be very soon. And then SPRC will meet the projected pastor, have a discussion, and ask questions. But it's my understanding that unless we would have, truly strong reservations after that meeting, that the appointment will take place. And hopefully by the middle of February, we'll be able to announce that to the congregation. The associate pastor will be chosen after the senior pastor. The bishop will select 3 choices, and the new senior pastor, with some input from SPRC and Pastor Steve, will help narrow the field. But ultimately, again, the final decision comes down to the bishop in consultation with the cabinet. And we expect that probably sometime in early to mid-March.
And how long will the new pastor stay at Asbury?
Well, in the Methodist Church, as I have learned, all pastors are appointed for 1 year at a time. Many may not know this, but each year SPRC gets together and they either recommend or do not recommend that a pastor continues for the following year. Each pastor also has input as to whether they wish to continue or whether they believe that their ministry is nearing completion at the church. So the new pastor will be with us for at least a year. And if we feel like the work needs to continue, they will be with us for a while, but it will be on a year-to-year basis.
Super. I also just want to let the congregation know that the staff and the staff parish relations committee really wants your feedback on what you as the congregation see for the future of Asbury. And the feedback will be shared with the staff parish relations committee and our future leaders. So please consider completing the questionnaire or attending a coffee hour Sunday mornings. And the link to the questionnaire and the coffee hour are in the weekly email that is sent every Thursday, and is also on the Asbury website, which is asburydowntown.org. So you can visit the website and click on Connect online. Finally, I would just ask the congregation to wrap this process in prayer. Please pray for Pastor Steve and Pastor Bob as they prepare for their transitions, and for our future leadership. Please pray for Asbury, that we will continue to make disciples of Jesus and to be a light to our community and beyond. God bless.